Hello and welcome to the Dead Lovers Project. I'm Matt DeBlas and I'm going to talk about some of my favorite traditional ballads, their origins, their roots, their history, and my own relationship to them as I've taken my journey through playing folk music. The first one we're going to talk about is one of my favorite ballads of all time, Barbary Ellen. Once upon a time, a friend of mine handed me a book that she'd found at a yard sale and said, "This seems like something you'd like." It was a collection of Appalachian folk songs, the ballad book of John Jacob Niles. And not only did it have the words and sheet music to a bunch of different songs, it related them back to their ancestral versions in England, Ireland, Scotland, and the like. Which is a great book, and there's a lot of ballads in it that I've learned that I still perform to this day. And one of my favorite one was called Barbary Ellen, which is an Americanized version of Bonnie Barbara Allen. If you're looking for a classic dead lover song, this has everything. It starts out in the merry month of May, talks about lovers who are united only in death. There's, of course, way too many verses. It's perfect. In its various forms, Barbara Allen is one of the oldest and most widespread English language folk ballads. It's first mentioned in the Diary of Samuel Pepys in 1666, and first written down in any form that we can find in 1690. It was reputed to be one of the favorite songs of George Washington, and during the 20th century American folk revival, it was performed by the likes of Bob Dylan, Simon and Garfunkel, and Joan Baez. There's a lot of different versions of the song, but the basic story remains the same. William, or Willie, or Johnny, or whoever, is desperate in love with Barbara Allen, and he's so sick with emotion. Barbara, for whatever reason, rejects him and he dies of a broken heart. After William's gone, Barbara realizes that she was horrible and she really loved him and soon pines away and dies herself. The two are buried side by side, and in a lot of versions, plants grow from the gravesides. From William's, a rose, and from Barbara's, a briar, symbolizing on one side the sweetness and the cruelty of the rose bush, and the two sides of love, and they tie a lover's knot. So what's the secret to this song's staying power? No, it's not gruesome like a good murder ballad, but it does have an extreme version of kind of a very familiar sense of regret. Barbara's pride causes her to reject the one man who would have been a perfect match, and she only realizes how much she really cared for him after he's gone and she's lost her chance. Once she understands what she's done, life doesn't seem like worth living, so she dies. It's worth mentioning, of course, that the characters in ballads are kind of terrible role models, but nobody should actually go around dying over this sort of thing. But many, if not most of us, have been Sweet William or hard-hearted Barbara Allen at some point in our lives, having felt like we were passed over or realizing through our own pride or foolishness we've missed out, only after it's too late to do anything about it. So in the real world, heartbreak can feel like it's going to kill you, but it hardly ever does. In the world of dead lover ballads, though, it totally will. And these songs are our own emotional journeys writ large. Of a town where I was born, there was a fair maid dwelling. She made the lads cry while the day, her name was Barbary Ellen. In the merry month of May, when the green buds they were swelling, William on his deathbed lay for the love of Barbary Ellen. He sent a servant to the town, the place where she was dwelling. My master bids you come to him, if your name be Barbary Ellen. Slowly, slowly she got up, slowly went she nigh. As she drew the curtains back, she said, "Young man, I think you're dying." "Yes, I'm sick, well, I'm very sick. Ne'er will I get better unless I have the love of one, the love of Barbary Ellen." She said, "Do you ken how in yonder town, the place where you were dwelling, you gave a health to the ladies round, but you slighted Barbary Ellen?" He said, "Yes, I ken, well, I ken it well, the place where I was dwelling. I gave a health to the ladies round, but my heart to Barbary Ellen. But lightly tripped she down the stairs, trembled like an aspen. 'Tis vain, my dear young man, to home for Barbary Ellen. He turned his pale face to the wall, for death was in him dwelling. Goodbye, kind friends and kinfolk all, be kind to Barbary Ellen. But as she passed that wooded field, she heard his death bell knelling. With every stroke it spoke her name, hard-hearted Barbary Ellen. Her eyes looked east and her eyes looked west, she saw his pale corpse coming. Bearers, bearers, put him down, that I may look upon him. The more she looked, the more she grieved, till she burst out crying. Bearers, bearers, take him off, but now I am a-dying. Mother, mother, go make my bed, make it soft and narrow. William died for me today, I'll die for him tomorrow. Father, father, go dig my grave, dig it deep and narrow. William died for the love of me, now I shall die for sorrow. They buried her in that old churchyard, William's grave was nigh her. From his heart grew a red, red rose, from her heart a briar. They grew up on that old church wall, till they couldn't grow no higher. Here till they tied a true lover's knot, the red rose and the briar. Scarlet town where I was born, there was a fair maid dwelling. She made the lads cry while the day, her name was Barbary Ellen.